Damn, I can't wait to taste this thing. What's up, guys? Today we are continuing our quick reviews of a bunch of bottles to finish out the year. Before naming my top whiskeys for 2021, give you a quick thumbs up or thumbs down to let you know if it's something you should buy or leave for someone else. Today we are going with a scotch that I've been looking for. Finally found it. It's the Laphroaig Cairdeas, finished in Pedro Ximenez casks and bottled at cask strength. Let's get peaty on the mash and drum. What's up, folks? I'm Jason C. from the Master Drum. Today we're reviewing the cask strength Laphroaig Cairdeas, finished in Pedro Ximenez casks. Each year, Distillery Manager John Campbell of Laphroaig crafts a limited edition malt to celebrate the Friends of Laphroaig and friendship, Cairdeas being the Gaelic word for friendship. So sometimes referred to as the most richly flavored of all Scotch whiskies, Laphroaig is one of the most iconic distilleries in Islay. Although the exact etymology isn't known, Laphroaig is said to mean broad hollow by the bay in Gaelic. This references its location, which is a small basin on Islay's southern coast. They have a wealth of expressions, including the lore, the 10-year cask strength, quarter cask, the select, 4 oak, and these Cairdeas releases. So this 2021 release of Cairdeas is triple matured in American oak ex-Bourbon barrels, followed by quarter casks, and then finally in European oaks hogsheads containing PX sherry or Pedro Ximenez sherry, which is a little bit of a sweeter type of sherry profile. It's an NAS, but it's bottled at 58.9% ABV. Price for this bottle, about $100. So the first thing I noticed when I poured this was just the color of this thing. I mean, it's so dark and rich. I mean, it's crazy. Normally, I poured this just for you guys to get a comparison. In this glass is the Laphroaig 16 year, so that's no slouch for an age on a single malt. I mean, the color difference on this is amazing. So the PX, the Pedro Ximenez sherry, really, putting a lot of emphasis and a lot of color into that glass. All right, let's give it a go. Here we go. That really nice typical Laphroaig smoky flavor is there. A little bit of the iodine, some saltiness is there too. But it's a little bit tamed down and just, I mean, there's a lot of fruit flavors coming on top of it from that PX sherry. There's definitely powdered sugar on here. It's got like this Dimetap cough medicine thing going on, because it's kind of got this, like grapey flavor to it, but it's also a little bit medicinal on top of it. I get honey on here. Oh, I know this is like when you get you make your morning toast and you just throw some raspberry jam on top, like dark raspberry jam. Man, powdered sugar for days on this. Like I said, a little bit of the honey. Get a nice little punch of oak too. This has like this little bit of a meaty quality to it, but it's like coming off as like candied bacon, which is just ridiculously amazing coming off the nose. It's like someone took candied bacon or bacon, dusted it with brown sugar, covered it in brown sugar, and then, cooked it on top of like cherry wood. That's the type of like flavors I'm getting out of here. This is an amazing nose. I mean, if you're used to Laphroaig and that smoky flavor, man, put some of this fruit on it. It's amazing. Let's try it. Here we go. I'm excited. I tell you what, this is still all Laphroaig, which I can appreciate. It doesn't lose its backbone of smokiness, but just like it's just slightly overlaid with those fruit flavors, the raspberry, a little bit of that candied bacon, the brown sugar, the powdered sugar. Maybe like a slightest hint of like nuttiness or like chocolate covered, maybe like chocolate covered almonds a little bit in there too, which I would think I would get in from the sherry. Try another one. Yeah, the second sip, it's getting a little bit sweeter. I think for the first pour, you're just gonna get all that smoke. Your palate gets used to that smoke. Here come all the nuance and the flavors, the sweetness that comes out. Again, more of that, almost like a chocolate-covered almond coming through. There's that nuttiness characteristic. But man, the fruit flavors in this, I'm still getting a lot of that raspberry. It's still finishing on a salty type of finish, so it's a little bit drying, but it's not off-putting at all. This is a very dangerous whiskey. If you like smoky Islas, if you like those, Ardbeg, Laphroaig, Lagavulin, you like to live in that world, man, this is delicious. Like I said, it gives all the backbone of the, the classic Laphroaig notes of like the iodine, the peat. You do get a little bit of like that saltiness on the back end, right on the finish. I almost get like that, then it starts turning into like a toffee almost, like a toffee candy. Like, I don't know if you guys have had like almond butter crunch or something like that. It gets very buttery and almondy as well. Again, it's interesting how the toffee is still intermingling with some of those fruit notes, but man, this is just, the more, I have a feeling the more this opens up, it's just gonna get a little bit sweeter. Even the nose is getting better. That's awesome. That's probably one of the best Laphroaigs I've had in a while. That's really, really good. I love the Pedro Ximenez influence here. It still keeps that backbone though of Laphroaig. Yeah, big thumbs up on this one, guys. If you're a fan of Laphroaig or Ardbeg, or Lagavulin, or some really nice peated scotches, this has all the classic Laphroaig notes you love, but with an extra layer of sweetness. It starts getting, I think it's just gonna get sweeter and a little bit better over time. I'm about to find 5 more bottles of this damn thing. It's so damn good. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review for Laphroaig Cairdeas, the PX Ximenez finished cask strength version. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the subscribe button below. Please hit the like button. If you haven't yet, find me on Instagram, find me on Twitter. Let me know if you've had this beast yet, what you think of it. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. Cheers. And this is really good, right, Grinch? Right? It's sweet and salty like you. I think I just pissed him off. Cheers, guys.